Hi guys, welcome back to Forgetful Scholar, and this week it's a mini book haul. I know, I tried to be good. So like for a promise to myself, which I immediately broke the first time I got a chance to, I wasn't going to buy any more physical books until I wheedled down my physical TBR because it's gotten ridiculous. Then, you know, family came to visit, and the moment we set foot in a bookstore, off to the races. This is the same reason why I've been avoiding bookstores until I was done with my physical TBR, and why it's the same principle why I don't have certain sweets in the house or junk food, because I will devour them the moment they've been in my kitchen less than an hour. So, but I had a family that came to visit, we went to a bookstore, and I got some books, but just 4. I limited myself to just 4, and the book that started off will be the last book I talk about. So the first book I got is from a series I've been reading, and I think it's cute, contemporary small town romance. And I know, what, me like a contemporary small town romance? I freaking know. Also, this is a book series that I hate the covers, so if you've been here for a bit, you know what I'm talking about. It's I believe this is the 4th in the Dream Harbor series, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Now, I've talked about it ad nauseum. These covers are cute if it was a cozy mystery. These are not cozy mysteries. These are cozy. Well, not even. These are contemporary small town romances. Actually, my sister's mother-in-law, she picked up one of these books thinking it was a cozy mystery, and then was like, did not have a good time when realizing that it is a romance book with smut in it. There's smut in this. Doesn't look like it, but there is. And I'll show, well, and yes, clutch covers, whatever. But like, this is illustrated as well. I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but you can clearly tell that's a romance cover, right? That's a romance. So, you know, I know every time I just, okay. There's a bunny on it, you know. I might have fallen into the threads the threads of Angry Bunny threads. They're so cute. Okay, off topic. All right. A small town spicy romance. And it is spicy. It is. There's on the page open door stuff. You know what I mean? So Linda was kind of horrified, and it's not that she doesn't read stuff like that. I don't know if she does or not, but it's just because she was expecting cozy mystery and she got on the page romance, so she did not have a good time. Okay, small town spicy romance. As a world-renowned chef, single dad Archer never planned on moving to a small town, let alone running a pancake house. But Dream Harbor needs a new chef, and Archer needs a community to help raise his daughter. Iris never managed to hold down a job, so when Mayor Kelly suggests Archer is looking for a live-in nanny, she almost runs in the opposite direction. Now Iris finds herself in a whole new world, one where her gorgeous new boss lives right across the hall and likes to cook topless. Keeping everything strictly professional should be easy, right? Should be so much easy, right? I mean, like I said, the Dream Harbor series, except for the covers, because I hate the friggin' covers, are actually quite sweet. They give Gilmore Girls, Star Hollows vibes. I've liked the 2 I've read so far, and you guys know I'm really, really picky when it comes to contemporary romance, so that's something. I like that the 2 leads aren't perfect. I haven't heard of Archer or Iris so far, and I read the first 2 ones. Maybe they're characters that show up in the 3rd one. I don't know. And I love a single parent romance, and we don't get a lot. I mean, I haven't read a lot of single dad parent romances, so that's super cute. So despite my pure hatred for the cover, I do enjoy this series. And I know the author, the author is Laurie Gilmore. And I know the author has like no say whatsoever. I believe Harper Collins is, you know, the people in charge. So, you know, and this is 361 pages and published 2025. So brand new. That's odd for me to have a brand new one. Anyway, okay. All right, so the next book was published in 2023 and is 295 pages. It is Back in a Spell by Lana Harper. You know, very cute. The cover, I really didn't know. If it was in the romance section, I wouldn't realize it was a romance. So, okay. Even though she won't deny her love for pretty and pricey things, Niue Blackmore is almost painfully down to earth and sensible by Blackmore standards. But after a year of nursing a broken heart inflicted by the fiancé who all but ditched her at the altar, the powerful witch is sick of feeling low and is ready to try something drastically different, a dating app. At her best friend's urging, Nina goes on a date with Morty Gutierrez, the non-binary offbeat soul of spontaneity and co-owner of Shamrock Cauldron. She doesn't have high hopes for an online date, but it goes about as well as she expected, awkward and terrible. To make matters worse, once Morty discovers Nina's last name, he's far from a fan. Turns out the Blackmores have been bullishly trying to buy the Shamrock out from under Morty and his family. But when Morty begins to develop magical powers, something that usually only happens to committed romantic partners once they officially join a founding family. At the same time, Nina's own magic surges beyond her control. Nina must manage Morty's rude awakening to the hidden magical world, uncover its cause, and face the intensity of their burgeoning connection. But what happens when the connection is tied to Nina's own power surge, a power she is finding nearly as addictive as Morty's presence in her life. Now, this isn't a first of the series, it seems like. Like Payback's a Witch. This is Payback's a Witch, which is a Thistle Grove novel. But I find that sometimes these novels you don't have to read in order, and I couldn't find the first one in that particular store. So it's a paranormal romance, and I love paranormal romances. I'm also even more picky about them than the other kind of romances. So we'll see. We'll see. But I have high hopes. I really hope I enjoy it. I like the whole, well, you know, enemies to lovers, my favorite romantic trope, if it's done well. Thank you. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, so this is the one I showed the picture of before as an example of a romance cover. That doesn't have to be like a clutch romance cover, even though I love those. This is Jenna. So this was published 2024 and has 368 pages. My Vampire Plus One by Jenna Levine. And it's like, it's love at first bite. And I actually do like the cover art, like the background of the shadows is fun. You know, you can see a little fang. You know, he's wearing sunglasses. This makes me think of like pop art slash comic book. And, you know, the style is very pop art and the colors to me. But the, I would say, dramatic angling feels very comic book like. And I love that. Okay, let's see. Okay. Amelia, love that name, Amelia. Amelia Collins is by definition successful. She would even go so far as to say successfully single, but not according to her family. She's tired of the constant questions about her non-existent dating life. When an invitation to another family wedding arrives, she decides to get everyone off her back once and for all by finding anyone to pose as her date. After a chance encounter with Reginald Cleves, I want to get the little picture in, but I don't think I can read it because the back's kind of shiny. So Laurie, okay, sorry. After I get so distracted. After a chance encounter with Reginald Cleves, Amelia decides he's the perfect for her purpose. He's a bit strange, but that's fine. It'll discourage tough questions from her family, and it certainly doesn't hurt that he's very handsome. For a centuries-old vampire, Reggie posing as her plus one sounds like the ultimate fun. And if it helps his ruse of pretending to be human, so much the better. As Amelia and Reggie practice their folksmance, you know, fake romance. Faux pas, fake romance. Okay. Okay. It becomes clear that Reggie is as loyal to her as the day is long, and that Amelia's first impression could not have been more wrong. Suddenly being in a real relation with Reggie sounds pretty fantastic. See, that sounds fun. It's a contemporary romance, but it has vampires in it. I love vampires. If you didn't hear me saying in a hugely high-pitched tone, I love vampires. Okay. Now this book is the book I first picked up in the store and like led to the downfall of the book haul. Also, I have already started reading it. The book last week, One Damn Thing After Another by Jodi Taylor. I thought it was gonna just sink me into a reading slump real bad, but then this book would not let me. As soon as I grabbed it, picked it up, I started reading it. So this is 329 pages, and I believe it was published 2025. Yes, okay. Now, what could this it's a cozy romance. Well, no, it's a cozy mystery. Cozy mystery, and what could possibly have piqued my interest that I immediately got it, started reading it, led to me buying 3 other books. Well, guys, this is called Murder by Cheesecake, a Golden Girls cozy mystery. Look at the Golden Girl. Look at that. Dorothy, Blanche, Sophia Rose, Cheesecake by Rachel Ekstrom Courage. Look how cute. Oh my god. And I'm on page 70 so far. I am really having a blast reading this. Oh, wait, let me do the synopsis. The Golden Girls, like you've never seen them before. Things are heating up, and it's not just one of Blanche's hot flashes. With Rose hosting her cousin's wedding in Miami, if she can't pull off the traditional St. Olaf's wedding customs, her hometown may never accept her cousin back again. Wanting a witty conversationalist for the sure-to-be strange event, Dorothy tries this newfangled VHS dating service she's heard all about. Unfortunately, what appeared to be the ideal man on tape turns out to be a jerk in real life. Dorothy. Set on enjoying the wedding in the company of Sophia, Blanche, and whoever Blanche targets with her feminine wiles, Dorothy pitches in to help the increasingly frantic Rose plan the event. Despite tensions between the two wedding families and a certain St. Olafian's mistrust of the big city, the opening tea is going perfectly and not a herring out of place. That is until Dorothy's date is found dead, face planted in the otherwise scrumptious looking Cheesecake. With every guest a suspect and a marriage on the line, it's up to the Golden Girls to sleuth out the real killer and ensure love, harmony, and friendship win the day. How could I not get this? And I'm on page 70 and I'm enjoying it so much. It really feels like I'm reading an episode of the Golden Girls. Like, this author really knows her stuff. And it's not like when I read the Murder, She Wrote books, I felt like I found inconsistency after inconsistency. Because don't test me on Murder, She Wrote lore. Don't do it. You will lose. Anyway, so like it was, but so far it feels like I'm reading an episode. Like, it's so much fun. Everything is just, the pacing, the dialogue, the fun snappy dialogue, especially between Dorothy and Sophia, spot on. And I love that so far the friendship is so entrenched in the story, as it should be, because they're the Golden Girls, you know? So it's sort of like the Golden Girls and Murder, She Wrote had a crossover, which would have been interesting. And probably a lot better than that time Murder, She Wrote and Magnum P.I. had a 2-episode crossover. That was weird. I told you, don't test me on Murder, She Wrote lore. I wonder if Pushing Up Roses, a YouTube channel I absolutely love, they like go into detail with weirder Murder, She Wrote episodes. I wonder if they ever did those two, because that was weird. That crossover was strange. You could see both Angela Lansbury and Magnum were awkward as hell. Anyway, so it's sort of like that so far. I'm at the point where they found the body. They haven't identified it yet. I am having so much fun, and it dragged me by my hair out of a reading slump, because it's like, look at this. read it, love it. And I'm like, I am. Yep, I am. So, so that's just it. 4 books, 3 romances, and 1 cozy mystery that I couldn't. How could I not? You know what I mean? And like, my bookmark is a new one. And it says, I don't watch corn. I read it like a lady. Which, yeah, fair. Yeah. Put that on my tombstone. Anyway, so it wasn't that bad. I keep telling myself, but I really have to stop buying physical books until I take care of my physical TBR. I say that, but we shall see, because if I still have physical TBR when, like, say a second one of this comes out, I cannot be held responsible. I hope this is a full series. Do I have any idea how this author or Hydrant Avenue Publishing House got the rights for the name of Golden Girls to use them in this? I do not. That is none of my business. I am just going to enjoy. I'm just going to enjoy the book. And so far, I do really enjoy the author style, and man, you could tell they're a fan because they got the characters perfectly. Okay, I don't want to, but it's time for me to get back to the real world. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.